Our conversation today is going to be about detachment. And I know that for some people, this word is a little scary because they either have the wrong idea about what detachment means or they think they have never experienced this before. And a new experience can be uncomfortable, can be scary. Unfortunately, sometimes we do train ourselves to become obsessed with whatever we are manifesting because we create the habit of thinking about that thing or that person all day long. And detachment doesn't mean to forget what you are manifesting or to stop thinking about it or letting go of that. That's not what happens. But with detachment, you will experience a mental rest. You will experience a shift in your energy. And that's amazing. But before I get into it, hello everyone. If you're new here, my name is Al. Welcome to my channel. If you're in need of coaching, go to the description box. The information is there. But right now, let's get into today's topic. The purpose of practicing detachment is to separate us from our present reactions to life and attach us to our aim in life. The inner separation must be developed by practice. At first, we seem to have no power to separate ourselves from undesirable inner states, simply because we have always taken every mood, every reaction as natural, and have become identified with them. When we have no idea that our reactions are only states of consciousness from which it is possible to separate ourselves, we go round and round in the same circle of problems, not seeing them as inner states, but as outer situations. We practice detachment, inner separation, that we may escape from the circle of our habitual reactions to life. That is why we must formulate an aim and constantly notice ourselves in regard to that aim. Neville Goddard, Fundamentals. So as you see, detachment doesn't mean that you have to forget, let go, give up your desire. Detachment means that you fully assume the assumption that your desire already is fulfilled. By doing that, you will change how you perceive the world, how you feel about yourself and your life. This happens because you are embodying states that imply fulfillment, and you are separating yourself, you are disconnecting from states that imply lack. I was talking to a client this week, and I'm not going to go into her experience and what she's manifesting. I just wanted to share her experience in detaching so that you can understand that this happens naturally. It's something that comes with the work that you are doing, changing, shifting your own idea about yourself. And what happened with her is she had been obsessed with that person for 2 years. But then one day in between our third and fourth session, she woke up and she noticed something is different here. Her energy was different. Her thoughts were different. She had finally detached. Imagine 2 years of thinking nonstop about someone. And now you're the master of your mind. No more having your mind hijacked by your desire. Now you're in control. Now you can see it clearly. So there are two important things happening here that allowed her to enter the Sabbath state. Actually 3 if you count nervous system regulation, but I talk a lot about this. So let's put it aside for a moment and focus on the 2 very important things here. One is the saturation of the subconscious mind with the fulfillment of your desire, using your imagination, affirming, visualizing, scripting. And the second one is being able to put that desire off the pedestal by working on your self-concept, by raising your value in your own eyes. The first one you achieve by imagining. You create a short scene, you imagine that scene, and you are present. You feel it as if it was happening right now and you were part of it. You repeat that scene over and over again. And when you have the feeling that really happened, I experienced it, then that's it. It's done. Your subconscious mind is saturated. But what typically happens is people do not stop there. They continue visualizing, they continue affirming or scripting as if manifestation was an ongoing process. And they do that because they fear that if they stopped, they would not receive their manifestation. And where's that fear coming from? The fear is coming from you putting that desire on a pedestal. You saying, it's too important for me to take the risk. That's why self-concept is fundamental here. Because if you see someone as the only one who can make you happy, if you see something, the object of your desire, as the only thing that can save you, then there is nowhere in this world that you are not going to put that person or that thing on a pedestal. And if you see them as your savior, you will be at their mercy. You will not be in control. They are the ones deciding. But when you raise your value in your own eyes, you understand that you deserve that experience. You don't have to fight for it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to do anything. It is available to you. You may still prefer to have that experience with that person or with that object, that money, that job. But you know that there are many possibilities available to you. You can get the same thing from different sources. And then you disconnect from need, you disconnect from worries, you disconnect from the lack of not having that desire. You take that person, that thing off the pedestal, and you relax because finally you are your own savior. You know that everything that you want is going to come from within, and it's going to be represented without. The Sabbath, the mental state of rest, is important because in that rest, we disconnect from our fears, our old assumptions, our old self, and we stop judging whatever's happening around us. Sometimes when people enter the Sabbath, they worry. They think, does that mean that I don't want my desire anymore, that I'm not invested, or that it's not going to manifest? No, it's not what it means. You have been so deep into a state of obsession that now it feels uncomfortable to be in rest, to experience that fulfillment of the desire, even though it is not a physical experience yet. But you will see when that person comes back, when that thing shows up in your life, you are still going to choose it. And if you don't, then no problem. Whatever is best for you. But it does not mean that you don't want it. It just means now I feel fulfilled. I feel whole. I'm not putting my salvation onto someone else's hands. It is me now. Sometimes we want something really badly, and then we either buy it or someone gives it to us, and it's exciting at first, but then it becomes natural for us to have it. We are not thinking about it anymore. We are not needing it. We are not obsessed with it anymore. It's natural. It's part of our lives. And it's the same thing that you feel with your desire when you embody that fulfillment. It's just part of you. It's part of your life. It's something that is there. It's something that you experience every day or every now and then. But it's normal for you to have it. That feeling of naturalness, of fulfillment, of having something can happen with the physical experience, but it can also happen with a spiritual experience, what you experience in imagination. When you saturate your mind with the fulfillment of your desire, and you evolve as a person to the point that you can see that you deserve what you want, that it's yours, that it's available to you, that you are good enough for it. The combination of both is going to allow you to relax, and you are going to disconnect from undesirable states and finally embody wholeness, fulfillment. And that fulfillment is going to manifest the physical experiences that imply that you are the one that you want to be. You got this, guys. That's it from me. Thank you so much for being here. We are going to talk soon. Bye-bye.